cancer in our economy. And I think we used to talk so much without seeing it. Now we see it everywhere, in colleges, in the private sector. If I could give you a very simple example, if I were to look for an order from one of my customers and I get a quotation, I give them a quotation, I'll be told, okay, we are thinking about it, we'll come back to you in 2 weeks' time or whatever. After a month, they will tell you that they've already bought from somewhere else. Then after another 3 months, they come back with the same, product. They ask for the same things, but they don't buy. When they do buy, they will buy a part from you, they go to another customer, supplier, and they keep doing that. And then if you do some due diligence, you are told that you are not paying us. So honestly speaking, as a nation, where are we going? Maybe we have to start from crash and start inculcating a business, a culture where people must be transparent and people must, be, straight. Because if our children are going to copy from what we are doing right now, I'm telling you, we won't have an economy. I don't know when, or I can't even foresee how we are going to correct it. Because it's everywhere, every sector. It doesn't matter whether you're buying from church or you're selling to, everywhere someone wants something. What about me? What am I going to get for it? These buyers are driving big cars, bigger than their bosses. And you start wondering, what is going on? So I really plead with the policymakers and everyone here to say, let's do something about corruption. Let's not just talk about it, but let's try and do something to correct it. Because it is a cancer that is killing our businesses. Thank you.
Thank you. There's another hand just over here.
Okay, thank you so much. As I was going through the report survey, I couldn't see the formal sector, yet it is one of the greatest contributors to Zimbabwean economy. It is estimated that the informal sector contributes to about 40% of GDP, and I understand that the informal sector also contributes heavily in the SADC, COMESA, and Intra-African trade. So, my brother Hope, can you just shed light on the state of industry and commerce contributions of the informal sector, and how best are trying to do to ensure that they are formalized or recognized by the government, be it in Zimbabwe or any government within the COMESA. Thank you.
Thank you. Question on inclusion, and the final hand was here.
Thank you very much. My question is to Eddie. You mentioned that we have 7,000 megawatts of applications that is waiting for approval. And we are right now sitting on a crisis, a huge crisis. What's stopping implementation of this project? Is it red tape? You told of financing from whom, for whom? Please could you let us know?
Thank you. So, panel, the first question was directed to you regarding lending from the President with a small P.
All right, thanks for that. I think the simple answer to your question is yes, we do provide loans beyond 2025. But the loans given by the financial sector are driven by the business fundamentals that you exhibit as a business. So typically for you to be attractive for this type of long-dated loans, you typically need to demonstrate that you're actually an exporter who is going to be able to sustain these sort of cash flows going forward. There are quite a number of facilities that are available from the market. I might as well just pick another question, I think from the Madam there, which was talking about support to the SME sector. There is quite a lot of support that is actually available for SME players on the market. You generally find that the problem tends to be the absorption capacity within the borrowing institution themselves. And as a result of that, they actually then don't avail of the facilities that are available on the market. I'll give you a very good example. You've seen EIB on the market recently. They've actually provided facilities that are targeted for small and mid-cap sort of companies. And you really struggle to get small enterprises with sufficient fundamentals to avail that credit. And I think what it means to me is that perhaps there is need for support by way of capacity building within the sector to help players in that sector grow their businesses, grow their capacity for them to be able to present loan applications that can actually be supported. It's not only external funders that have supported the sector. There are some concessionary facilities that have been made available, some through the RBZ and some through government directly. And again, the story we hear as we interact with the authorities is that the rate of uptake on the facility is actually low, speaking to the lack of absorption capacity that I've just mentioned. But if need be, banks are there to provide the support that may be required, just in terms of just building that capacity that I've mentioned. Thanks.
Thank you, Final. Richard, are you ready to cash in on the gold coins?
Thank you very much. I believe the question was from Mike. First and foremost, let me put across my opinion on the gold coin. I actually think of the policies that we have seen in this country, this was a masterstroke. Why do I say so? In my opinion, the gold coin was somewhat of an open market operation, wherein the central bank wanted to influence the exchange rate in a particular way. What then it did is that I think we in issuance at the moment we have a total of about 13 billion. Is it last week? Is it the update from the Monetary Policy Committee last week? So essentially, when the 13 billion was issued 3 months ago, this was money that was taken away from the market. And in a way, it takes away the steam or the pressure from the exchange rate. And what essentially you are doing is you are deferring that pressure to 3 months on. But if you then do a quick conversion, I think at the ongoing interbank rate 654, 660, that's about 19.93 million that the Reserve Bank has to issue out. And remember, it's not like the entire portfolio is due at once. It's spread across the various maturities depending on what time you would have bought it. So when people are now coming back to dispose of their gold coin, you are achieving the inverse of what you did when you issued. It actually represents a cash injection in the market. You are increasing the supply of foreign currency, and in a way, you are also managing the exchange rate in reverse mode now from a supply point of view. So if you ask me, this is my opinion. I have no reason to believe that the Reserve Bank can fail to settle 19 million. And this is not money that is due all at once. It's spread across the maturities. And I think if this is to continue, I think this is one avenue which we can manage our exchange